two stars play an exceptional brand of football.
We'll go ahead and we'll do a visual sim for at least maybe a half, maybe 3/4. Just because I'm really curious to see how it plays.
Well, we're sure to see some huge passing plays with these two involved. And with an all-pro list of players,
I don't know who would. People might not like this roster. It wouldn't be for everyone. But even if somebody wanted to overhaul it and change the way I did the players and just give them back their default ratings, hey, at least all you have to do is one-click it. You know, it wouldn't be that hard. I would have done all the legwork with the faces and all that. Although I went into such detail with this, I gave them their actual equipment and everything, which kind of sells the experience, if we're being honest. I wish I had the capability to make an entire unique league. You talking about like what Graham did? Graham made an entire roster. I don't know how he did it. But you know what I thought about doing? Tell me if this is a good idea. I really don't want to buy Madden 25. Hopefully it comes out on Game Pass. But I have the idea of like getting it and starting a franchise. You technically did too. I have the idea of starting a franchise and then putting everything to computer, and then just as I simulate and finish the season, like I'll add in rookies, maybe swap players around. I don't know. I thought about something like that. Do I have control over the settings when I'm in this mode? Oh, I do. Let's say legend is locked, which is good. Game speed is on slow. Okay, cool. I mean, I could do that for this Madden 06 roster. I never like I said I never finished it. I only have like 4 or 5 teams. But like if this was a whole roster, I could literally just put everything to computer. You know, play through my season, stream it, go to the next year, simulate it on Madden 06, and then just add in people's rookies and move people around and stuff like that. Oh, okay. Ryan Westbrook running tough. Oh, Vince Wilfork has a generic face. I got 2 people I need to write down. Vince Wilfork and Sheldon Brown need faces. Let me make a note of that. Faces. Vince Wilfork. Sheldon Brown. All right. Who's that? Mike Vrabel? Yeah, he's not getting away from him. Vrabel's a silver, so you said you're in a league of all unique uniforms, players, and builds, all custom on All Pro Football. Do y'all remember that online YouTube league that they used to have, this SFL? And then I don't know what happened, but somewhere along the way they shifted to 2K5, I guess because it would add replayability, which I totally understand because, you know, there's no real true franchise. How are you supposed to have rookies come in and stuff like that? I think my biggest gripe is that players don't get better or worse. They just are what they are. Oop, Pinkston. Got to add a face to him.
Scott Poole makes a play on the ball here that's definitely worth another look. Yes, excellent anticipation on that incoming missile.
The defense forces 4th down, and even if they had completed the pass,
it still would have been short.
Yes.
You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
But yeah, I mean, would it be easy to just make a roster using the base layout and basically worrying about abilities? Because then if a player goes from one tier to another, boom, you one-click it, and then maybe you add 5 to run coverage or to pass rush bonus, whatever it is. This league, the commission personally edits players up and down throughout the season. Oh, wow.
Wilson fields it at the 40. Back down at the 42.
I've never really seen a team have a free safety as a returner, but apparently the Patriots did. Mitchell doesn't have a face? How do so many people not have faces?
The Minutemen
did I just give faces to the legends? Just hit me up DM on Discord. Let's chat. Yeah, after the stream, I'll touch base with you.
for a short loss.
Curtis Walker targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line.
Darren Walker was pretty good too. Corey Simon was good. They got him to come over from the Colts. I mean, the Eagles' defensive line, they had Kerr, Simon, and Walker, but the other defensive end, I can't remember. I think the next year they got Darren Howard from my Saints, if I'm not mistaken. And honestly, the reason I chose Madden 2006 is because as a Saints fan, every roster I've ever made or played for like the majority of my life was or had Drew Brees on it. So it was kind of nice to play a roster that didn't have Drew Brees, to be honest. And plus, if you look at Madden 02 through 03, you'll notice like there's some running backs with like 70 speed, which for Madden is not good. For All Pro, maybe it's okay.
Number 95 gets the sack.
But
At the 35.
they retooled the ratings on Madden 2004, and then you can look at there was like a linebacker that was like 12 years pro and he was a free agent and he got better speed, strength, agility, and acceleration. And I was looking around at all these different players, and they pretty much retooled it to be universal ratings as opposed to position based. And then on 05 they did it just a little bit more. There's like one defensive tackle that went from 82 strengths to 97. I was like, okay, yeah, they're definitely retooling the ratings.
Miller takes the snap and punts it away. Number 87 fields the punt at the 21. Pop hard at the 33.
Honestly, I probably should have did coach mode or visual sim from the beginning, to be honest with y'all.
The E's stalled early last drive. We'll have to see what
I
happens
can't click
here.
through any of this.
They'll
I have to watch all of this.
33-yard line.
We might get it one half played.
Number 36 will get the carry on first down and gains about
He's so
3
close to
yards.
breaking it just because of how fast he is, but luckily the defense is swarming to him. Now, Ted Johnson is kind of slow, so that's the thing about their linebackers. They're big. They're kind of like that. They're kind of like hybrid outside linebackers, defensive ends, which is typical in a 3-4. But they're like run stuffers. It's almost like a 5-2. Especially when you got Ted Johnson, who's like 6'4", 260 pounds back there at middle linebacker. Massive, dude.
Number 36 takes it off the toss.
See what I mean? He's so close to breaking it just because of his speed alone.
The entire offense clicked on that play, Dan. Big yards from the runner because he knew where he was going at all times.
Nice second down call, and they will move the chain.
On offense, it was always a plus to
Now,
avoid third
updated
down
rosters are
altogether,
going to be
just like
interesting
that.
because you got defensive ends with 91 speed like Sweat. So I don't know how in the world that's going to work. That's going to be interesting to see. But like I said, I am.
Oh,
Ooh.
reels in the football, and that's good.
Now that was a dot. Let's look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Here, I'm not going to interrupt this. I'm going to let the highlight or whatever play, and then we'll go back and look at it. First of all, Donovan McNabb throwing the dots out here, boys. Don't this just look nice? I said throw a dot. My man threw a lame duck. Okay, never mind. My man throwing dots. It is the ball. The ball's like going end over end.
Down from the eye.
Okay. Anyway. But I've had a lot of people tell me, like, hey, well, you should make goals 94 through 99. And honestly, I thought about it, but then I realized, so like Derrick Henry, all this is based on Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is a 94. He had 1,100 rushing yards, like a 4.2, 4-point run rush, yards per carry rushing average, whatever, right? So with Derrick Henry, if I made him a gold and gave him 87 strength, 91 speed, yada, 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 he would literally be better than Chubb and McCaffrey.
Number 55.
Willie McGinnis. And I just thought to myself, I was like, I don't think he's, like, maybe he had a bad offensive line. Maybe he's hit a slight wall. I don't know, whatever. But I was like, now, if he was a silver and I gave him 91 speed and 87 strength or whatever he has on Madden, then he would be the best silver. And I thought to myself, now that makes more sense to me. And like again, I also think the average starter on Madden's like what, 75 to 79, and or let me say it this way, an average NFL starter, in my opinion, is 75 to 79 overall. Above average, I would say, is 80 to 84. Someone on the fringe Pro Bowl level would be like 85 to 89. A definite Pro Bowl player is probably 90 to 94. And then an X Factor playing at a Hall of Fame level currently would be 95 to 99. We're talking about like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey. So I'm pretty strict with my grade scale because I want tiers to matter. I don't want tiers to have so many players in them that like everyone's just kind of mesh. Bro, if you would have caught that, he could have ran for a touchdown. I want my tiers to matter. I don't want it to just be like, oh, we've got like, there's like 10 goals in every position. No, I want like you to have to be like all pro, like all world level. Because if I give you a gold, I'm comparing you against like Reggie White, Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders. Like that's your standard. I can't make you a goal just because you're like a 94, or Max Crosby. I don't know what his overall is, but let's just say he had a 94. Is he on Reggie White's level? Is he on the level of like Deacon Jones? I would say probably not. Now, I could eat my words. He might have like a 96 or something, and then the answer would be yes to that question. I was just using him as an example because I don't know why he was the first player that came to my mind. But yeah, I want my tiers to matter. I want a goal. If you're going against a gold running back, like I really want it to. Ooh, watch out. I want it to stand out that you're playing a gold running back. I want you to be like, wow, this guy's insanely hard to stop. Well, it should be that way. You're playing Christian McCaffrey, and then Nick Chubb. Those would be the two goals on Madden 25. Ooh.
Corey Rakuch got a great jump on the play and brings the ball carrier down for a loss.
About to get a safety here, gentlemen.
Nice defensive stop.
Wish I could skip this. I would love to finish this game. I'm not gonna have enough time. I might come in tomorrow and finish this game.
Second down coming up.
Barely got out the end zone again.
Mark Lewis read that play perfectly and makes the tackle behind the line.
I don't know if anyone's ever going to score. These defenses are so good.
Defense that's forced 2 losses in a row.
I want to see you tighten up that side of the line.
But at the same time, like I said, I do have like the 2 best teams on the game playing each other. The Patriots are probably slightly better. They should win this game just based on skill. But I did make the Eagles the home team just to give them a little bit of an advantage. And we've got a silver defensive tackle going against like a bronze or generic offensive lineman. So that's kind of what you expect to happen.
You can't coach that.
That's his second tackle so far. Miller kicks it off.
How much time do I have left? Can't have too much time. I got 11 minutes, so we'll probably finish the first half, and that'll be it. I did my gold star ratings by breaking up the tier system even more. A low goal would have 1 or 2 abilities. High goal would have 5. You know what? I looked at that too, because if you look at All Pro, there's literally only 1 player on the entire base roster that doesn't have ability. It's like a bronze safety, like Solomon Thomas. No. Can't remember his name. Anyway, I thought about maybe doing it this way. So 99s would get 5, 98, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what I'm saying? Doing it that way each player would be unique. But then I thought about it, like for some positions like halfback, if like a 94, so Derrick Henry for instance, if I gave him speed burner, strength bonus, quick feet, and maybe secure ball bonus or something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Thank you. Wilcots, I couldn't remember. I almost said Solomon Thomas, but that's like a defensive lineman. But by the time I give certain players 4 abilities, they would near about be on the same level as a low gold. So I was like, well, that can't really work either. But I did think about something like that too.
Number 36 had some blocking.
I think the real test, I can't do it today. I simply don't have enough time. But maybe Saturday, I might find the worst team on Madden 06 and create them, and we'll come back, and we'll have the Patriots go against them. It'll be the Patriots will be the home team. I'll have like the Cardinals or the 49ers as the away team, and we'll see how bad they lose. It shouldn't even be close. This is supposed to be a Super Bowl rematch, so you get the 2 best teams in the league. It should be a close game.
Number 5 has great accuracy on this throw.
I mean, the Patriots' offensive line, they're struggling to block that Eagles pass rush. And when you think about the way the Eagles team was made in 2004, coming into 05, which would be Madden 06, yeah, they were constructed pretty well up front. In fact, their whole entire defense is stacked, dude. Like, I couldn't imagine trying to use the 49ers on here against them. It'd be terrible.
Number 20 tackles him for a short loss.
Number 20 got a great jump on the play and brings the ball carrier
I mean,
down for a loss.
would it make any sense to like have a no ability gold or silver player? Like, I don't. I've toyed with it in my mind a little bit to like, okay, if I increased the tiers by 6 instead of 5 overalls for each tier, made it 6. And if I did abilities, I was like, well, Derrick Henry at a 94 would be just a gold. That's it. He'd be a gold power run style, nothing else. And then I thought, like, that really wouldn't make him that fun to play because Derrick Henry in real life, if he's not going to have his speed and strength, he needs to have, like, workhorse, arm of steel, strength bonus. Maybe not speed burner, but if he gets going in the open field, something like breakaway burst would be the 4th one. And then with him, I don't know. He could maybe be. I don't know what his 5th ability would be, to be honest. I'm thinking maybe stamina bonus or secure ball bonus. Probably secure ball. I never see him fumble. But yeah, I don't know. I've put a lot of time into thinking about like how I would build a roster if I had to make it like legit. But it's just there's so much bias involved. I really don't want to do that. And like I said, only superstars and X factors on the new Madden would have abilities, and that's only like the first. Well, how are they dropping every interception out here? That's another thing about this game. The DBs have really low catching, which I guess there would be tons of interceptions if they didn't have low catching. So it's probably a potential or intentional design choice, I imagine.
That's how you play D.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
2nd down coming up.
Like I said, my roster won't be for everybody. A lot of people won't like it. A lot of people want to use it for their base, which is fine. You know, I have no problem with that. I'm all about sharing. In fact, you know, it would be nice to kind of revive the Discord, to be honest, because there's not a lot of people.
Number 55 makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Number 55.
Willie McGinnis. He was one of my favorite players on Madden, and I wasn't even a Patriots fan. I don't know why. I think I liked his equipment and like his build. He was like 6'4", 6'5", 270. Former defensive end. I mean, they're driving. I mean, honestly, I don't really know how much of a thing home field advantage is, that could be why they're driving like this, to be honest.
Number 5 lofts this one out to the left, and
There's so many.
Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Tony Samuel came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Yet another big play by this defense.
Yes, Michael Lewis, the beer man. You know what? Was that you and I that had that conversation one time about using tier? Was that okay? There was a conversation that I had with somebody on Discord, and it was like, how about we scrap ratings being locked in based on tier? And I was like, what do you mean? And the idea was this: any rating that's achievable through the base game with either ability or a default rating is a rating that position can use. So for instance, you would have to slide halfbacks either down to 87 speed or up to 92. Their strength could be, 75, 80, or the increments, right? And I thought that was pretty cool, because what you could do with that, for instance, for Michael Lewis, you could give him a gold star just for show, because he was a returner, right? But you could give him 97 speed because he legit had 96 or 97 on this game. His strength could be that of like a generic. So like, I guess what I'm saying, that's a long-winded explanation to say what his idea was that you can mix and match tier ratings to fit what their rating was from Madden, but not break the core gameplay doing so. And I tried it once. It was really difficult because a guy would have like 90 speed as a halfback, so he's 3 away from 87, 2 away from 92. You ended up having to decide, well, he's technically closer, would I just round him up? Or maybe if he's 1 lower than 92, like 91s can go up. I tried it. It was okay. It was kind of hard to do it, and then I just thought, well, what if I just use anywhere in that spectrum of speed, like 77 to 87, like what if I or 92, what if I just use any rating that's available? And that's kind of how I came to just say screw it and just use Madden ratings altogether. So I don't know. You know what I can't wait to do? I can't wait to make Larry Allen with 99 strength. I don't know if he's still going to be a 95 on this game. He might be a 94, which is fine. With 99 strength, he's going to perform like a gold anyway. Uh-oh. All right, I don't have too much time left, I don't imagine. I've got 2 minutes left, and we've got 28 seconds left in the half. It's 5-0. This could have something to do with the home team effect. I don't know. Like I said, I would play any roster that either used now. Well, let me rephrase that. I won't if you use Madden ratings for mental ratings, I can't play your game, because like me and Azimble and we've talked about it. Like if you got like a quarterback with 90, 95 pass read coverage. Literally, if their pass read coverage goes above 90, they will check the ball down like every play. Or if their accuracy is like 95, like if you take all 3 accuracies and combine them and they come out to 95, they literally won't miss a throw. He was on your O2 roster and don't remember what you gave him. At least a silver, probably. I'm just guessing. He's at least like a 93 at worst. Probably a 94 to 96. Gold for sure. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious. I have like a minute and 20 seconds left before I'm going to have to hop off. I wonder if I can pull. I'm going to pull up really quick Madden 06 on my phone. I have a little Dolphin emulator that I use. I'm going to pull up Madden 06 really soon, or really quick, and see if I can go figure out what he would be. I'm pretty sure he's on the 49ers on this team. I don't think he might still be on the Cowboys. Let me look. Come on. It's taking forever. I should have uncapped it so it could run at max frames so I can do this quicker. Oh my goodness, it's so slow. Thank you. Okay.
Set him of Vrabel. Got a great jump on the play and brings
If
the
you hear an
ball
alarm
carrier
going off,
down
that's just
for
my
a loss
phone.
in the
Ignore it.
backfield.
I will be
Nice
hopping off
defensive
here
stop.
in like a
That's his
second
second
after the
tackle
halftime
so
highlights
far.
end.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The E's
All right.
are out in front.
So we're looking at
Okay, Dan, let's get this
Larry
halftime show
Allen is a
started.
94. He's 11 years in the league, 6'3", 335. He's 33 years old, 98 strength.
And look at the difference in time
Okay,
of possession.
so he's still going to be
The E's
absolutely
should be way
disgusting.
ahead on
He's
the
by
scoreboard,
far
but
the
somehow they let
strongest.
their opponents hang in there with
Is he the
it.
strongest person
Let's
in the
see
league?
if they can change things
Larry
in
Allen
the
is
second
tied
half.
with Ted
Not much
Washington,
action early
John
on, so we'll
Runyon,
pick it up early in the
Leonard
second
Davis. I
quarter.
forgot about him,
Walker
6'6",
would break through
381.
with a big
Oh my
play
goodness.
here
And
as he
Jonathan
shot through
Ogden
the
for
line
98 strength.
and was able to wrap his man up in the end zone for a safety. After driving
But yeah,
35 yards
I think
on
what I
8
should
plays,
do,
number 2 would come
what
on
I
and
should do
connect on the
is,
field goal try. The E's connect on the field goal.
so
And
the
that's
Steelers are a
where we'll have
91
to
on
leave
this
one.
roster on Madden
The E's
06.
are holding on to a
The
lead, 5-0.
Eagles are a 90. So the Eagles have a
Dan,
90.
Nice work.
The Minutemen will
All right. The Eagles have a 96 overall, a 91 offense, and a 93 defense. I can see that. The Patriots have a 97 overall, a 93 offense, and a 96 defense. So technically, the Patriots are better. I think it's because the Eagles are good up front that it makes the entire game play differently because their defensive line is so stout. But yep, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm sorry that the game crashed initially in the fourth quarter with like 3 minutes to go. I'm just going to assume I was going to win that game. I hope you guys enjoyed this little brief showcase of these rosters that I never finished from 2021. I'm probably not going to finish them. If anything, I might make a roster for like the worst team or maybe a few teams if I get bored. I don't know. I'm mostly just waiting for Madden 25 to drop so I can use the ratings posted online and kind of make these players. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I will be live tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some more testing of these throwback rosters. I only have like 4 teams, maybe 5 teams. Can't remember. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Eldest the Great. Out.